Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. That's BIBLE News. Today's top story, Daring Jesus. For more, let's go to our sideline reporter, Matthew.
Our story begins in the wilderness. Jesus had been there for 40 days and 40 nights, and during that time he had been fasting, which means he hadn't been eating at all. And it was at this point that the tempter, Satan, came to him. And Satan tempted him. First of all, he came to him and said, "Well, if you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread so you can eat." Jesus was definitely hungry, but he did not give in. He answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." His first attempt being foiled, the devil then took him to Jerusalem and took him to the highest point of the temple. And there he said, "If you're the Son of God, jump off. It's written in the Bible that he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands so you will not strike your foot against a stone." But Jesus knew that the devil was using Scripture for a bad reason. And he said, "It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test." Finally, the devil decided to give it one more try. He took him up to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and all their glory. And he said, "All of this I will give to you. All you need to do is just bow down and worship me." But Jesus looked at him and said, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." At this, the devil knew that he had failed, and he left.
For anyone who is worried about the condition of Jesus following his temptation, we are pleased to report that you need not worry. After his temptation, angels were sent from heaven to administer to his needs, and he is now in full and complete health. We'll continue following this story as we move forward. This is Matthew, the Temple District in Jerusalem. Thank you, Matthew. We'll continue to keep an eye on this developing story. And now, for our weather report, let's go to Noah. Good morning, everyone. This is Noah with your weekly weather report. We've been reporting on rain for the past few weeks, and it's continued. However, there has been a change. As the storm has developed in northern altitudes, we have noticed that it has changed to snow. And it is cold. All right, please stay warm and have a wonderful week. Thank you for that, Noah. We'll continue to keep an eye on the weather. And now, it's time for Craft Time with Martha. Let's go.
Hello! Last week, one of you sent in a picture of your craft, which was really exciting for me, and I hope this week you'll do the same. This week, we're doing something a little different. We talked about Jesus being tempted at a temple and on a mountain. So I thought this week you could make a tower or mountain this week. You can use whatever you like. Maybe you want to make it out of blocks, maybe out of paper, maybe out of cardboard. Use your imagination. Use whatever you can find in your house to make your tower. See how high you can get it. Maybe you can make it as tall as you, or maybe even as tall as one of your parents. Be sure to take a picture of your tower and send it so that we can put it in next week's episode. Have fun building. I can't wait to see what you choose to use.
Thank you, Martha. That's a different activity this week. Looks like a lot of fun. And now, let's go to Psalms for our entertainment hour. Hey, cool cats, and welcome back to Entertainment Hour with your host, Psalms. All right. So, you just heard a story about Jesus being tempted, right? Well, I wanted to let you know that the Bible has a verse about that. It says in 1 Corinthians 10:13 that God is faithful and he will not allow us to be tempted beyond what we can bear. And what that means is that no matter what we face, God will be there with us and he'll be helping us through it. We can always count on him. And now, for this week's song, we're going to talk about how awesome our God is, just how big He is, and how strong He is, and how mighty He is. Do you know the song? Let's see. Here we go. Get your muscles out. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do for you. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, let's do it again. I really want to see those muscles. Here we go. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. Our God is so big, so strong, and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do for you. Great job, everyone. We'll see you next week for Psalms Entertainment Hour. Peace out. Thank you, Psalms, for those wonderful songs. And now, that is our report for this week. We hope you'll tune in next week at the same time to Basic Instruction Before Leaving Earth. That's BIBLE News. I'm Gabriel Angel, signing off.